Hello, fight fans. This is Sean with OfficialScorecard.com. Today we're here with the superstar, Kermit Cintron. How you doing, Kermit?
I'm doing great, man. Here, just getting in shape.
Getting in shape? Yeah, we saw you sparring today, man. You got at least a good 10 rounds, man. How'd you feel afterwards?
I felt good. I felt great. It's a little hot in here. You always feel a little tired at the end, but if you can go so many rounds in here, man, you can go as many rounds you want. You can go up to 15 rounds in a regular fight. So it's going great.
Right. Kermit, we always want to ask this question, man. The nickname they gave you is the Killer. How'd you come about that nickname, or who gave it to you?
Back in the amateurs, the Golden Gloves, I was like just out of nowhere, just knocking everybody out. We had a magazine writer, I forget his name, but he started calling me, "Hey, what's up, Killer? Hey, what's up, Killer?" So people started hearing that. So that nickname stuck to me. So that's why they call me Killer now.
Right. Kermit, most of your career has been at 147, and in 2009 you fought at 154. What are you campaigning at now? Do you want to stay at 154, or are you still going to try to do 147 if the opportunity presents itself?
I'm trying to get to, get the big fights. It could be 147 or 154. I got two big opportunities at 154. That's why I took them. Right now I'm ranked number 1 at 154. I'm trying to go back down to 147 and fight one of the big guys. For this fight coming up, I'll be fighting at 150. So it's a catch weight between 147 and 154. So just want to stay in between that weight right now, because you just never know. I don't want to go too high where I can't make 147 anymore, even though I can make it. But just want to stay comfortably.
Okay. Right now, at 154, you're ranked number 1 in the WBC. You're ranked number 3 in IBF and number 1 at WBL, but not in the WBA rankings. Fight News even got you ranked at number 3. Out of WBC, WBL, or IBF, which one of those would you want to shoot for next? At 154.
It don't matter. It's a world title. It's a world title. WBC is always the pretty one. But WBO and IBF, they're still world titles, and any opportunity that I can get, it will work.
Right. And actually, right now you're ranked number 2 in the IBF behind Cornelius Mundrich. From what we understand, he already had 2 eliminators, and he feels that Don King is giving him a shift in the IBF for getting his title shot. If you had to go through Cornelius to get an IBF shot, would you? Cornelius, K9 Mundrich?
Yeah, I know Cornelius. Him and I used to train together. We had sparred together. Back at Kronk's gym. Good fighter. For his age, he still has it. I believe he's like 36, 37 now, and he can fight. He's been in the contender. He shows that he belongs in that level. So it would be a good fight, but does the fight make sense as money-wise? Not at all.
Right, I understand. All right, let me ask you this. A lot of people kind of wrote you off after the Margarito losses. Do you feel, and it's totally up to you if you want to say it or not, do you feel any of us contributed to maybe possibly his hands being loaded with those wraps? How do you feel on both losses?
I believe that for sure in the second fight, I believe that, he was probably loaded.
The punch was a little bit harder that time around?
I went to the locker room after the fight, and I told my manager and I told my wife, I said, man, I've never been hit so damn hard. I was getting hit hard, and I was feeling the punches, and next thing you know, he's getting a big fight with Cotto. Cotto's dominating the fight, and first 7 rounds. After that, he's the one that's looking all busted up. And then from there, he goes and fights Shane Mosley, and he gets caught with that stuff.
And what was your reaction when you saw that? What was your first reaction when you saw his wraps were loaded?
I was disturbed. I was bothered. I was pissed.
That had to go through your mind.
I felt that if I'd seen him in the street, I would probably strangle him.
Right.
I was pissed. And I felt, I just couldn't believe that. he would do something like that, you know, this is a sport. This is not where we're trying to kill each other.
Right.
You know, I mean, even though that's how it looks like, but it's a sport. You know, the best man wins.
Do you feel his 1 year suspension was too light of a sentence? You think he should have been banned permanently, or a little bit longer than 1 year?
I think he should be banned. I mean, you know, there was that one documentary that came out, that guy Jeffrey Resto or whatever, when he got suspended or whatever. You know, I mean, it's the exact same thing.
Right.
I mean, you know, he should be suspended for the rest of his career.
Right.
They shouldn't let him back in the boxing.
Right. And the sad part, Kermit, is because of those losses, a lot of people try to write you off, but you're right back in contention, and a lot of people kind of had doubts about going into the Angulo fight, but you showed them that you can outbox him and go the full 12 rounds and make him seem like he shouldn't even been in the ring with you. How do you feel about that fight?
But you know, it's the thing that people really don't know me. They don't know my skills of boxing. They don't know, you know, and just in overall, they don't know my boxing skills. And you know, that's what people are gonna. You know, people look at the negative of it. They never look at the positive of it. And yeah, and I showed it. And I love to prove myself to other people. You know, and I like to make people shut up. And you know, after the fight, you know, I really didn't want to get any interviews or nothing like that. But it's part of the sport. You know, I know that I did my job. I went in there and did what I had to do. I didn't worry about anything. I didn't have to worry about people's predictions and people's thoughts and whatnot. And so I just went in there and did my thing. And then I went in there and boxed his head off for 12 rounds and come out of there with a big victory.
Okay, and we see here you're going to Puerto Rico to fight in 2 more weeks against Juliano Ramos. Being you come out with the victory after that, do you want a title shot right after that, or do you still want 1 to 2 more fights before you get back into getting your title shot? Are you ready now?
I believe that, you know, I gotta get through this fight first in Puerto Rico against Juliano Ramos. You know, it's so-called tuna fight. You know, those kind of fights are dangerous. You know, those types of guys like that, they just come. You know, they're gonna come and try to take your head off, and they're gonna try to win the fight and take that fight from you. I gotta stay focused, you know, in that fight, and we'll see, you know, afterwards. But you know, I do want to get a title fight eventually. You know, it depends on my team, you know, what they got for me after this fight. You know, I just gotta stay in shape, you know, stay focused, and just continue winning.
Right. Now, when you go to Puerto Rico, and you're Puerto Rican yourself, man, how was the support when you went over there to visit?
Man, it was a great support. You know, I felt,
at home.
It's my home, you know, and they gave me that support. You know, they were all there, you know, cheering for me. You know, everybody came up to me. I mean, like, it's a bunch of people that, you know, that recognized me, and you know, they were happy to see me fight for the first time in 9 years as a pro, you know, in Puerto Rico. So.
Okay. All right, great. And the last one, is there anything you want to say to your fans in closing, Kermit? And we always like to ask, how can your fans reach out to you? Do you have a Facebook, MySpace, Twitter? How can the fans interact with you?
Well, first, I got my wife had, you know, put a Facebook out there for, you know, for the fans. You know, just go to Kermit Cintron, and you know, you'll see me on Facebook. You know, it's just for the fans. Just go out there, have any questions, you know, they can ask the questions, and we'll get, you know, eventually we'll get back to that person. And fans out there, if you can't make it to Puerto Rico, this fight will be on pay-per-view, I believe. Check it out, and let's get this victory going.
All right, Kermit, we thank you for your time, and God bless you in your endeavor.
All right, thank you.